Hello lovers, back with another hotel review. This one again is in Bangkok. It is called the Lilit Bang Lumphu Hotel. I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's there. This one was very much closer into the city centre. It was a 9-minute walk from Koh San Road. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, and my bad, but it was very close to the centre. I liked it better, but let's get into the review. We got there at around 7 p.m. I think, having a late start to the day. And check-in was really lovely actually. Scanned the passport, but we got a juice which was so delicious that I wanted so much more of it. But the juice was nice, the whole experience was pretty simple. Checking out was kind of a bit of a wait because I had to check for what you used in the fridge and the mini bars and stuff. So it was a little bit of a long time. Out of 0.5 it gets a 0.4 because I loved the juice. I don't know, I think it's the juice that really made it good, but all the stuff was really easy and nice, so that was good. Services for 0.5. Now this is where it's gonna be a little bit annoying. So they did have room service, but every time we ordered room service we had to send something back. For example, the first night we got there, we were working, just wanted some dinner in the room, didn't really want to go out, just needed to like focus, so we ordered food, right? I ordered a steak, medium rare, classic, shouldn't be that hard. When it got to the room, it was cold, and everything else we got also was just kind of cold, and I'm not quite sure why it was so cold. When we sent it back, I asked to get it get the food reheated, but like redo a steak because the steak was it was cold by then. Like I could touch it, I couldn't really pull it apart. It was very tough. And when they brought it back, they just brought back the same steak, cut up a little bit. So we had to call them again and ask for a brand new steak, and it didn't happen. There was no new steak. The food was cold. It wasn't great. Every time we ordered toast, the toast wasn't toasted, it was just bread. Don't advertise toast if you're not going to toast it. Oh my god. It was just a lot of things that weren't great. So there was room service, and like eventually when the things did come in that were good, it was okay. Having to send back a meal every time you ordered it isn't that great. There was also no transport services that I could see, so not really that many services except for room service. There was a pool, I didn't use it. I had my own little spa bath as you saw recently. So out of 0.5 it gets a 0.3 for services because the room service was there. It was slow, it was cold, the food was alright, but mid-range. Now to the bed, the most important part of a hotel in my opinion. The pillow, it seemed to be really fluffy, but once you laid down on it, it kind of just turned into nothing. So as a side sleeper myself, it wasn't great. Using one pillow wasn't good enough. If you used two, your neck was kind of like stiff. It was just a weird pillow composition. I don't really know how to explain it except that it was disappointing. Pillows get a 0.4 out of 1 point because like they just weren't my kind of pillow. The sheets weren't tucked into the bed though, which was odd, so I find they lose a point for that. The doona wasn't in a doona cover, so they lost a point for that. And they were kind of like not breathable, if you understand what I'm saying. Like you had to put the aircon on so you wouldn't sweat underneath the sheets. Yeah, it wasn't like, it was good, but they weren't the best sheets. And you know that I do not like it when a doona is not in a cover and it's just covered in sheets, because you pull up the sheet and then you hit yourself in the face, your doona's gone, it's a whole thing. It's only a 0.6 for the sheets, but like not terrible. The mattress. So the mattress seemed soft and it was good. It was thick. It was huge as well. I'm pretty sure it was like a California king because it wasn't just a king size. It was massive. It was soft, but it was also still kind of hard underneath. It wasn't like my favorite mattress, but it was good enough that I could actually sleep on my side. If the pillows were actually decent, I would have had a nice sleep, but they weren't. So the mattress gets a 0.7 out of 1 because it was good, but it wasn't the best. Now onto the bathroom. First off is the products. There was shampoo and body soap in the shower, hand soap in the sink, and there was a couple of things like a toothbrush set, tissues and stuff like that. But for someone like me, if you're gonna have shampoo, you need to have conditioner, in my opinion. There was stuff there, but there wasn't too much range. 0.3 for the products. The cleanliness was amazing. The whole room was clean. I had no issues with the bathroom or the room at all. Cleanliness gets a 0.5, so it gets full points. No complaints really, except when like I washed my hair, the shower kind of flooded, so I had to like pull up something. But that wasn't their fault, that's just my hair blocking the drain, and that's my bad. So they don't lose a point on that. So 0.5 for cleanliness. Well done. Now to the water pressure. It was not great. I washed my hair once and I didn't want to wash my hair again there because it took me 20 minutes to try and wash everything out of this much hair. And even when I did that, when I brushed my hair, there was still conditioner in my freaking hair. So not a great water pressure, 0.2 for that. And then to the towels. The towels were decent. There was only one of them, but there was a robe, so it did kind of like help out a little bit when I washed my hair. They were nice, fluffy, clean, white, good at drying, Didn't have any issues with them. They dried quick after you use them, so they were pretty decent. So they get a 0.5 for towels. Well done, Lilit. And now to the amenities. So there was no microwave on this property, even though it states, I'm pretty sure it was a hostel that we just got a private room at. So there was no microwave, which isn't great. Kettle, coffee maker, fridge. There was glasses. There wasn't any spoons or forks or knives or anything like that, or cutlery or like crockery or anything like that. So they do get points for having a coffee machine in there, but they lose a point because there was no microwave in anywhere of the building, which seems very odd. They also didn't allow outside food. If you're not going to allow outside food on a hostel, I think that's just kind of silly. Like, I don't want to eat your food if I keep sending it back. A 0.4 for amenities. How clean or new it was. I thought it was actually quite new and clean. It seemed very modern. It seemed very well done. It seemed like it was recently built or recently updated. I'm not quite sure. I'm not looking into the background of every hotel I stay at. But I didn't have any issues with it. I thought it was quite nice. They had a balcony with a bath on the balcony. So that to me seems pretty new. And the bathtub was like really deep and really nice. So yeah, 0.5 for the cleanliness and newness. I liked it. For the expensiveness of it, it gets a 0.7 because it was cheap in comparison to what I pay as a Westerner going everywhere else. But it was like $114 a night. I was staying in the executive suite though, so for me, like in Melbourne, if you stay in an executive suite like that, it would cost you around $300 or $500 a night or more. This, thankfully, as you see here, was only $114 per night. So for me, it was pretty cheap, but like not cheap for Bangkok, but it is cheap for Bangkok. I don't know. For the expense that it was, I think it was quite good, so it's a 0.8 from me. Now, for the location, proximity, size, and loudness. The location I thought was great. The only thing was that there was no train station close by, so you kind of had to either walk a while or catch a bus or a ferry or grab a go grab, which is like Uber over there. But it was close to a lot of attractions that I could walk to. So I could walk to Bangkok Noi Canal, I could walk to the Grand Palace, and the museums were close by as well. It was very close and central to everything. Close to the Blues Club, close to like food and drinks everywhere. It was a really good location, and the size of the place was really good as well. A whole lounge room area, a massive bedroom area. There's even a little study nook at the back, which was like great for working. And the loudness, thankfully, because it was not on a main road and it was set back off of the road, I actually didn't hear any noise at all. So they get full points for no noise because I needed a good sleep, finally. For the location, size, and loudness of the whole thing, it gets a 0.9 out of 1 because I really enjoyed all of that. There was really no faults there. And the Wi-Fi. So they promised 500 gigabytes, whatever it is. They promised really fast internet that would work really well, and that's what I was needing because I needed to upload videos, right? Wrong. It wasn't that fast at all. I couldn't be bothered. Honestly, I had to download a video and it just was gonna take like 2 days to download a video for myself. Uploading the videos took around an hour and a half, like the 2.5 gig videos, which they are big sizes, but they shouldn't take 2 hours to upload a goddamn video. So they lose points on that, so they get a 0.6 for the Wi-Fi because it just wasn't good enough. Lilit Lumphu Hotel, I'm saying it wrong, gets a 7 out of 10. Would I go again? Yes, I would go again. I really enjoyed the bath and the balcony. The bed was decent and nice. The amenities around were great. I would go in the pool next time if I was there, most likely. Lilit Lumphu Hotel, that juice at the start, I want to know what it is so I can buy some more. Can't wait to go back to Bangkok. I honestly loved it so much. Everyone was so nice there. So yeah, 7.10 out of this review, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.